Today's lesson is the spread we go nuts for. Hi, everybody. My name is Roger.
And my name is Helen. Today, the topic of our lesson is peanut butter. Now, you can easily find peanut butter in supermarkets and convenience stores here in Taiwan, but I'm not sure if peanut butter is as popular here as it is in the States. When I was a kid in America, I remember having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. That's basically 2 pieces of white bread with peanut butter and strawberry jelly or whatever kind of flavor of jelly you want in between 2 pieces of bread. And it was delicious.
And it's also shortened to PB&J. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which, as you said, Helen, is popular with kids in the USA. And yeah, I haven't really seen them so much here in Taiwan, although you can buy peanut butter sandwiches at convenience stores, but they just have peanut butter. And, you know, peanut butter or butter or other kinds of sauces that are put on bread are oftentimes referred to as a spread. Okay, so spread here is just something that you put on bread. So this is the spread we go nuts for, and that's peanut butter. So let's talk about peanut butter in today's lesson. Here's the first paragraph.
The spread we go nuts for. Peanut butter is so yummy that it must be bad for you, right? Wrong. This creamy and much-loved sandwich spread is actually one of those rare foods that tastes great and is good for you too.
大家好，首先在标题中我们看到片语 go nuts for 加名词，只为点点点疯狂。像是 When the movie star was recognized on the street, everyone went nuts for him. 当那位电影明星在街上被认出时，大家都为之疯狂。而这个片语也有后面不加上名词的用法 go nuts 可指精神疾病的发疯，或为某人某事物疯狂，极度着迷。举例来说The children went nuts when they learned they were going to an amusement park. 孩子们知道要去游乐场时，开心极了。
Peanut butter is so yummy that it must be bad for you, right? So here we have a question about the healthfulness of peanut butter, and the answer is wrong. This creamy and much-loved sandwich spread is actually one of those rare foods that tastes great and is good for you too.
Right, so we introduced this topic by kind of asking you a question. It's actually a statement that is made into a question. Peanut butter is so yummy that it must be bad for you. Right? So we put the word right there at the end to make it a question, and we oftentimes think of this. If something is really yummy, if it's really tasty, then it's probably bad for you. We don't think of vegetables as being particularly yummy. I like to eat my vegetables and stuff like that, but they're just not as yummy as, say, chocolate cake or a piece of chocolate or some kind of snack in the night market. Those, of course, are going to be very fattening, and they, of course, probably are bad for you. And so, yes, peanut butter is so yummy that logically it must be bad for you, right? Well, the answer to that question is wrong. It's not so bad. So, yeah, it's not so bad. And in fact, it isn't so bad that we actually really love it. And in the title there, it says we actually go nuts for peanut butter. And yes, peanut, you know, nut. So go nuts for something, go crazy for something. You're very enthusiastic about something. That's kind of what go nuts for means, right?
Right. It means when you really like something, you go crazy for it or you go nuts for it. So it's another way of saying to go crazy for something. But here, yes, there's the pun because we're talking about peanuts and we have go nuts for. But I think you mentioned sometime before that peanuts are actually a legume and not a kind of nut?
Yeah, it's actually a legume, like a bean, but we'll talk about that later on in the lesson. But, you know, because we call it a peanut, most people think of peanuts as a kind of nut, like a walnut or an almond or a cashew or something like that. We consider those nuts. Okay, let's move on now to the next part of our lesson, and we'll talk about some of the ingredients in peanut butter.
It has tons of fiber, protein, and a good type of fat, which all make you feel full, so you'll end up eating less. It also contains several minerals and vitamins E and B6. Studies show that peanut butter can protect against heart disease and type 2 diabetes. It's high in calories, though, so don't eat too much of it. Also, take care when choosing a brand because not all of them are created equal. The healthiest are those with the fewest ingredients and without added sugar and oils.
第二部分我们看到单字 diabetes， 这个字是一个专有名词，指糖尿病。例如 Even though Aaron has diabetes, he still eats whatever he wants. 尽管 Aaron 有糖尿病，他依然不忌口的想吃什么就吃什么。
So we know that peanut butter is yummy and healthy for you. It's not bad for you. And why is it not bad for you? Because it has tons of ingredients that are important for good health. What does it have? It has tons of fiber, protein, and a good type of fat, which all make you feel full, so you'll end up eating less. Now, fiber is something that's really important for good health. It's basically the part of fruits and vegetables and grain that help pass food out of your body. So it's really good for good digestion. Fibers are usually hard to digest, so they help bring food out of your body system.
Yeah, they kind of clean it out. My understanding is that fiber is difficult to digest, as you said, and in some cases impossible to digest, although I think it digests to a certain degree, but not 100%. So yes, it's got lots of fiber in there. Note here, F-I-B-E-R is the American spelling. In England and Australia, let's spell it F-I-B-R-E, just in case you wanted to know. It's also got protein there. Protein, of course, is nutritious. It's, common in eggs and tofu and things like that. And it's also got a good type of fat. I guess there's a good type of fat and there's a bad kind of fat. The peanuts have the good one there, so don't worry about that. All of those things make you feel full when you eat peanuts, so you'll end up eating less and you won't get big and fat as a result.
Right, and a lot of doctors say that a high-fiber diet can help prevent certain cancers. So that's a term that we often hear when we listen to doctors speak or read in articles, a high-fiber diet, meaning a diet that contains a lot of fiber that you can get from fruits and vegetables and grains.
Indeed. So far, so good for peanuts. And it goes on to say, or at least peanut butter, it goes on to say it also contains several minerals and vitamins E and B6. So yes, again, we're talking about peanut butter. It's got lots of minerals in there, which is something in your diet that you need, like, iron and copper and calcium and things like that. Those are examples of minerals, and also some vitamins here. To be specific, it's got lots of vitamin E and vitamin B6.
That's right, and that is why many vegetarians eat peanut butter, because vegetarians can't easily get these kinds of vitamins, especially vitamins E and B6, or minerals from just eating fruits and vegetables. So peanut butter is a good source of minerals and vitamins and all of the things that you usually get from meat, but vegetarians don't eat meat, so they can substitute meat with peanut butter.
Sounds good, okay? And also studies show, or some research shows, that peanut butter can protect against heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Diabetes, of course, is when your body has difficulty controlling sugar, and therefore you need to take certain kinds of medication, or you need to do more exercise and stuff like that. I need to watch out for this because diabetes is in my family, so I'm probably going to get it at some point. And so, yes, maybe peanut butter could help me control type 2 diabetes. Of course, there's also type 1 diabetes, which is pretty nasty as well. And heart disease refers to problems with your heart, including heart attacks.
Right. And even though peanut butter is good for you in many ways, that doesn't mean we should be stuffing our faces with peanut butter all the time, because we also have to be careful with the amount of peanut butter we eat. It's high in calories, so don't eat too much of it. Also, take care when choosing a brand because not all of them are created equal. So, peanut butter, because it tastes so good, is easy to eat, and we might end up eating too much of it, and we can get fat because it contains a lot of calories. And when choosing peanut butter, we also need to be careful of the brand of peanut butter that we choose because some are good and some are not so good.
Indeed, some have more sugar than other ones too, so you got to watch out for that. And we've got this phrase here, to be created equal, which basically means they are not the same. A brand, you need to choose a brand carefully because not all brands are created equal. Not all brands are the same. So yes, indeed, the brands are not the same. So check the label. The healthiest are those with the fewest ingredients and without added sugar and oil. So the ones that are the best for you, the healthiest, are those with the fewest ingredients. Ingredients, of course, that's a countable noun, so we use fewest, the fewest ingredients, which means the things that are contained within the peanut butter, and then they also don't have a lot of added sugar and added oils.
Right. For instance, we could say ingredients of foods are often listed on labels and packaging.
Indeed, lots of different ingredients in different products that you buy at the supermarket. So check those labels for the ingredients and make sure the peanut butter that you buy does not contain way too much sugar. Okay, that brings us to the next part. Let's listen first and then we'll talk about it.
Peanut butter is easy to add to your diet. You can have it on bread, crackers, or bananas. It's also a great addition to sauces, smoothies, and countless desserts. If you happen to be allergic to peanuts, don't worry about missing out on the health benefits. Though they are actually legumes, peanuts have a similar nutritional content to nuts, so if you can eat tree nuts, feel free to substitute other nut butters in your recipes.
第三部分我们看到的单字是名词 cracker， 指薄脆饼干，像是 For a snack in the afternoon, I usually eat some crackers and drink a glass of milk. 我常常吃一些饼干和喝一杯牛奶当做下午的点心。而 cracker 这个字除了有薄脆饼干之意，还可以指鞭炮或炮竹，与 firecracker 同义。我们可以说 When the new restaurant opened, the owner set off crackers on the street. 新餐厅开幕时，老板在街上放鞭炮。接着我们看到单字 smoothie， 这个字是名词，是用水果、冰、乳制品等打成的果昔。例如 Instead of eating popcorn, Sally likes to enjoy a cup of smoothie while watching movie. Sally 喜欢在看电影时喝果昔，而不是吃爆米花。再来，我们看到形容词 allergic， 指过敏的，常用 be allergic to 名词，表示对点点点过敏。举例来说 I am allergic to peanuts, so I have to be careful when I eat at restaurants. 我对花生过敏，所以去餐厅吃饭时得多留意。另外补充 allergic 的名词 allergy, A-L-L-E-R-G-Y, allergy 指过敏反应、过敏症。我们可以说 The doctor asked if the patient had any allergies before giving him medicine. 医生在开药给病人之前，先询问他有没有对什么有过敏反应。接下来我们看到一个名词 legume， 指豆科植物，像是 It is said that legume has great nutrition for body. 据说豆类对身体有很好的营养成分。最后看到单字 nutritional， 这个字是形容词，指食物中有营养的或营养成分的。例如 Even though most fast food tastes great, it has little nutritional value. 虽然大部分的速食很好吃，但它们拥有非常少的营养价值。另外 nutritional 去掉字尾的 al, nutrition 则为它的名词，有营养的意思。所以我们可以说 Our bodies need proper nutrition in order to stay healthy. 我们的身体需要适当的营养来维持健康。
Okay, it's time for us to discuss the third part of our lesson right now, everybody. It begins by saying, peanut butter is easy to add to your diet. Okay, so yes, indeed, when we hear doctors or experts tell us that we eat or we should eat more of a certain kind of food, it might be difficult to do that because we need to make a special trip to a health food store or to the local traditional market and buy those items and then take them home and prepare them and cook them and stuff like that. Oh, who's got time to do that kind of stuff? We're busy. We work full-time jobs. We're trying to study for our exams. We've got kids to take care of. We've got our parents who are getting older and we need to take them to the hospital. Oh, who's got time for that? But peanut butter can easily be added to your diet. All you need to do is spread it on bread and you're good to go.
Right, and you can have it on, aside from bread, crackers or bananas. It's really easy to incorporate, to add to other foods to make it
Wait a minute, bananas? You put peanut butter on bananas?
Yeah, peanut butter and banana sandwiches. You've never had those?
That sounds disgusting. I've never had that before. Maybe that's something you people out east do or something.
Oh, no, we used to do this in the States. It was quite popular.
Well, I guess I've heard of that, but I've never tried it myself. But basically, this is saying that we can add peanut butter to all sorts of things. Yes, spread it on bread. You can put it on crackers, which are usually square, and they kind of make a crack sound when you break them open, hence crackers. And I guess you can spread them on crackers, and you could also put them on bananas. I guess I'll try that after our lesson for today. And it's also a great addition to sauces, smoothies, and countless desserts. So, yes, how would you add peanut butter to all these sorts of things?
Well, you can make Thai sauces with peanut butter. A lot of Thai food incorporates peanuts, crushed peanuts, or even peanut butter.
Okay.
And for smoothies, peanut butter is great because it gives it that rich, fatty flavor that you can't get from fruit and vegetables alone. So, yeah, it can easily be incorporated in smoothies with bananas, with coconut milk, maybe. I don't know. It's really up to you what your flavors are that you like.
Smoothie, though, I'm not quite sure exactly what that is. Is that kind of like a slushy or something like that?
It's mainly fruits and vegetables mixed together in a blender. So what comes out of a smoothie is it tastes like an ice cream milkshake, but often without the milk. It's mainly just with fruits and vegetables, and it's pretty healthy and filling. It's a good thing to eat after you've worked out in the gym.
Okay, do you put like ice in there too in the blender, mix it together?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, sounds good. I usually get a brain freeze when I drink a smoothie because I tend to drink them too fast. So I get a big headache, brain freeze, as we call it in English. And indeed, you could also add peanut butter to all sorts of desserts, like cake or pie and stuff like that. Now, if you happen to be allergic to peanuts, don't worry about missing out on the health benefits. I have heard of this. There are some people out there who are allergic to peanuts. That means if you come in contact with a certain substance, your body has a certain reaction to it. Like, for example, many people are allergic to pollen, 花粉, especially in the spring. And, you know, they have runny noses and their face turns red. That's because they are allergic to pollen.
Right, or you could be allergic to animals, to dogs and cats, the cat hair. So some people can't be near a cat, otherwise they might start sneezing and their eyes will start watering. So there are many different kinds of allergies.
Are you allergic to anything, Helen?
Fortunately, I'm not allergic to anything.
I might be allergic to something because I often have a runny nose, but I have no idea what I'm allergic to. But some people are allergic to peanuts. But you don't need to worry about missing out on the health benefits if you are allergic to peanuts. To miss out on something means you don't have the opportunity. You lost the opportunity. You missed the opportunity for one reason or another. To miss out. Oh, I didn't go to John's party. I really missed out on a special occasion.
Right. There's also the term fear of missing out, which is very popular these days. And it can be expressed with the acronym FOMO, or pronounced FOMO, which is when people are constantly logged onto the internet on social media because they're afraid that there's something going on that they might have missed if they're not on social media all the time. So FOMO is fear of missing out.
That's why people are glued to their smartphones all the time. But here, don't worry about missing out on those health benefits if you're allergic to peanuts. Though they are actually legumes, peanuts have a similar nutritional content to nuts. So if you can eat tree nuts, feel free to substitute other nut butters in your recipe. So here's what we were talking about earlier. Peanuts are actually not nuts. They're actually legumes, which I believe is a kind of bean. Okay, so peanuts are not nuts, they're legumes. So if you happen to be allergic to peanuts, you could probably substitute some other kind of nut from a tree, like a chestnut or a walnut or something like that, or maybe even almonds. I think they actually come from trees as well. Those are actually nuts and not legumes or not beans.
Right, and almond butter is actually pretty easy to find in Taiwan, and it's a good substitute for peanut butter as a spread. So instead of peanut butter, you can try almond butter. I'm not sure about walnut butter. I haven't really seen that a lot, but you can try other nut butters in your recipes. So what's a recipe? It's a set of instructions for cooking or preparing a particular food. So you can use almond butter, peanut butter, any type of nut butter in your recipes.
I'm wondering if I could make my own peanut butter because it seems to me all of the peanut butters available on the market have added sugar. Maybe I could buy some peanuts and blend them in a blender myself to make sugarless peanut butter because, again, I am kind of worried about diabetes. Okay, that brings us to the end of our explanation. Let's listen now to our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文一开始提到 Peanut butter is so yummy that it must be bad for you, right? 花生酱太好吃了，所以对你一定不好，是吧？好，句子里面用到 so that 的句型，我们就来比较 so 什么什么 that 什么什么跟 such 什么什么 that 什么什么的用法差异。好， so that 跟 such that 都可以用来表达如此怎么样以至于怎么样，或是非常怎么样结果怎么样。可是 so 跟 such 后面接的词性不同哦。首先 so 的后面是要接形容词或副词，那它的句型是 so 加形容词或副词加 that 子句。那这个句型就是用来强调 so 后面的形容词或副词去说明某事物的程度高到造成某个结果，那这个 that 子句就是用来表达结果，像是Anne laughed so hard that she cried. Anne 笑得太用力，笑到都哭了。好，至于 such 后面呢，通常会接形容词再接名词，那它的句型是 such 加上 a 或是 an 加上形容词加上单数可数名词再加 that 子句，或者是 such 加上形容词加上复数可数名词或是不可数名词再加 that 子句，那么形容词不要也没有关系。例如 The town had changed to such an extent that he couldn't recognize it. 那个城镇变化的程度非常大，以至于他都认不出来咯。好，那我们接着读到课文第三部分，有一个句子是If you happen to be allergic to peanuts, don't worry about missing out on the health benefits. 假如你刚好对花生过敏，别担心会错失它对健康的好处。那当我们说 miss out on something 就表示错过、错失某事物。另外这个句子还有用到 happen to 加原形动词，这表示说恰巧怎么样、碰巧怎么样。举例来说 She happened to overhear their conversation. 她碰巧偷听到他们的对话。好，那我们再来看课文最后提到说，虽然花生是豆科植物，但它们跟坚果有相似的营养成分。然后他说 So if you can eat tree nuts, feel free to substitute other nut butters in your recipes. 所以如果你可以吃木本坚果，就可以在食谱中用其他坚果酱来代替。句子里面用到feel free to 加原形动词，这表示说 尽管去做某事吧，不要客气。例如 These brochures are free. Feel free to take one. 这些小册子是免费的，你可以尽量拿，不用客气哦。另外要帮同学们补充一下 substitute 这个动词的用法。Substitute 它是指取代，以什么代替。当我们说 substitute A for B， 这表示说用 A 来取代 B。好，那同学们可能也会想到说 replace 这个动词也有取代的意思啊。不过 replace 它有汰换掉的语义，所以当你说 replace A with B 是表示说用 B 来取代 A 哦。举例来说 substitute vegetable oil for butter， 这表示说用植物油取代奶油。那如果你要用 replace 来表达，应该要讲说 replace butter with vegetable oil。 好，以上是这些重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Fiber. Whole grains such as oats and brown rice are great sources of fiber. Mineral. Eating foods that have certain combinations of vitamins and minerals can help your body absorb the nutrients more easily. Ingredient. The store doesn't have all of the ingredients we need, so we will order the rest of them online. Cracker. The host of the party laid out cheese and crackers for guests to snack on. Allergic. Though Matt loves cats, he can't have one as a pet because he's allergic. Recipe. According to the recipe, this dish should only take 30 minutes to prepare.
Well, that brings us to the end of another edition of our program, and please make sure you join us again next time. From all of us here, I am Roger.
I'm Helen.
See you next time.